everybody, my name is Farmer Phil. We're here with Liv, my lovely assistant, and we are going to be vaccinating calves. Liv has the vaccine in her hand. We are vaccinating for pasteurella pneumonia. It's the main type of pneumonia that we seem to be getting with our calves, so we're using Bovivius RSP.
Bovivius RSP.
Bovivius.
No,
Bovivius.
Bovivius
RSP. That's what we're using. We are also going to try and get a few calves dehorned to be the first to get dehorned. So I'll show you how that process is done with the anesthetic and the dehorner and the crate and all that. Also, my son may be splitting the stones, but there's a lovely northern wind blowing straight at us. And it's quite cold today, hence Livy is
really cold.
well covered. But anyways, we get to it. So me and Liv are just ready to start vaccinating. The crew is heading off. They're just removing cattle around, moving the heifers off silage ground onto their summer grazing. And Jess is back, bank holiday, heading for do a bit of fencing with bro and mother. Also, Father Phil did get stuck with that. I should have made a video of it, but yeah, he bugged us to his bollocks. Anyways, so how are we fixed?
I have to put them in on Herdwatch.
So these are the numbers we have to do.
Yeah, I have to put these on first.
Okay, so you're putting on your, also as per usual, this video is sponsored by Herdwatch for all your farm recording needs. So Liv is just putting on the 2 bottles onto Herdwatch, scanning it in, very straightforward, and then you match that to that, isn't it?
Yeah.
The feeder is currently on its rinse cycle. That's what that's doing there. So as you can see, the shed is well opened up now. We've taken away a few bales at the back and nearly all the bales are gone in the middle. The one thing we're yet to do here, and that's open up the bales for going out. We haven't that done yet because this week is to be a dry but cold week, and if we take them bales out we can't really put them back. So we're going to leave it till this week passes, or maybe at the back end. We have to see how the week plays out, but it is quite cold at the minute. But yeah, we have a few calves to do, and there's some serious calves in here. Just the packs on these calves, you know that the extra protein in that milk replacer is doing a job, because there's calves in here, the size of them and the backs on them is just a sight to behold. A sight to behold. But anyways, so we only have, this is the third last lad, so we have 2 more to find. One of the hardest things doing it this way is finding the calves, but this is, rather than putting them all in, doing them all at once like we did last year, and we had issues this year doing it this way, and Liv being near enough at home now managing the vaccinations, we've had very little sickness or trouble or mortality compared to any other year. Touch all the wood around you. So we're getting on very well, but as I said, it's pretty time consuming trying to find the 2 last calves.
No, you do 20 in half an hour.
Yeah, but the hardest bit is find the last ones.
Yeah, but you find them.
Yeah, anyways, what do you think, Bertie?
He doesn't think.
He doesn't think.
He's gone.
He's just looking for poo. So what are we looking for?
28.69 and 31.33.
31.33. Right, we'll split up and see who we can find. Just look at the backs of some of these calves. Just look at them. It's great. Great calves. Great backs. 31, 33 and 28.69. There's only 150 something calves in this shed to go through to find 2 calves. So we have the calves vaccinated there, so we're ready to go do our dehorning, so get ready. So I need this adrenaline, that's the anesthetic. So it's I'll show you what it is, but it's 2 mil both sides of the head. I'll show you how we do that and where you put it in. I learned that in college, one of the handy things about doing the green cert. Learned how to do that. So I have 1 bottle of Doomy, there's 100 ml in. We're going to do 20 calves. One of the big things with the dehorning we found, especially last year where we've done a whole shed at one time, is the whole job is about minimizing the amount of stress you put on the calves. So it's small batch in, give them this, give them 15 minutes I think, something like that, and then take the horns off, let them out. Do them in small batches to limit the amount of stress on all the calves. So that's the plan. Also, we won't be dehorning any of the calves that I don't think might be 10 calves in that shed there are not that they're dodgy, but they're just not at their full potential. I don't want to dehorn them and set them back. And we won't be doing any calves that haven't got their second vaccine, just to minimize any, just to try and minimize the chances of them getting pneumonia, get the 2 vaccines in them and do them. And we won't be doing any of the calves that we give their second vaccine there today, to allow that to work before we cause stress. Because if any stress gets caused, there's the release, I can't remember the word of it, but antibodies, and that lessens the effectiveness of vaccines. That's why you don't vaccinate calves the same day you get them. Give them a day or 2 to go over the stress of transportation and then vaccinate them. I think we have a 2 mil gun might work that. It'd be a heck of a lot handier. It's just 2 mil. Yeah.
You can change the dosage.
It's 2 mils.
Yeah. You can use this one.
Does that one work? Oh, why don't you use that one then for
The end pops off sometimes.
Oh, put cable tie in that.
It'll be fine for this.
Yeah. If you put cable tie on, it won't come off anymore.
It won't come off at 2 mil.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the one I already tried it.
It does. Here's the one I want. Bertie is stuck in the pen.
He's not stuck. He's going to be on. He's not even.
No.
At the gate. He's on the bit. Is there nothing in it?
Check the crush out there.
Crush? Where do you mean the crush?
The gate.
Oh, there.
Yeah. Oh no, there's gas in this one. So that's everything now. We bring over the crush and the locky gates. Doesn't travel too well on straw.
Where are you leaving it?
I better bring it in before we put in the calves. So I'll let them out of this back in with the rest of them. Our very elaborate dehorning crate. Oh.
I'm a simple man, don't want a complication. Complication. I'm a simple man, don't want a complication. Complication.
So it was just injecting this calf here. Phew, lovely big fatty calves. So just going into the dimple in the spot between the horn and the corner of the eye. That's where it goes. 2 mil each side. Sorry, Liv. And that's where it goes. And a few minutes. This is the last one. The rest of the lads in there are done. So we're going to give them a few minutes now. We'll put some milk and meal and whatnot. And we'll be ready then to get the horning, and we'll heat up our iron, make sure it's good and hot. And we're going to take off a few horns, and maybe this year get more horns off than we normally do, because as everyone knows by the state of our cattle, even though I don't mind the horns, but we don't normally get to all the calves done. Come on, out you go, backwards. I get this lad out.
Simple
So, first calf in. We start securing them. It's a bit of an lubrous calf crate, because we can kind of catch them a couple of different ways just to keep them still so we don't burn ourselves or burn the animal in a spot we don't want to. So strap around to keep his head still to check to see that our anaesthetic has worked. If I can just give him little prods there, he's not flinching, and that tells me that my anaesthetic has worked. So you can see there I'm prodding him and he's not flinching. His anaesthetic has worked. So check to see this is hot enough. A bit of timber, and if I press it again it starts to burn, I know this is hot enough. You don't want an under hot one or it's not really going to do the job. So all we need to do now, push down on the horn. Now the calf may start jumping around with the smell because they don't like the smell, nor do I. And so we just round and around and around, and all we're doing is cutting off the blood supply to the horn. We're not going to scoop out the horn. Some people do, some people don't. It's kind of what he's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. Sometimes you can get sometimes slugs come, sometimes they don't. So you can see there the anaesthetic is working perfectly. The calf is standing dead still. Look at that. If that was hurting that calf, he'd be giving an awful lot of fuss, I would. An awful lot of fuss, but he's not. So, something else you can do that we didn't do is trim back the hair, and it stops a lot of that smoke. Probably should have done that.
Only if it's really long.
Yeah. So it's just, 30 seconds a minute, just around and around. Just burn off all the blood supply, cauterize all the veins, and that's it. Last thing we do before we let him out, we have our algae spray, which is just a protective barrier, just to help stop any infections, just to keep it from getting infected or anything. And that's him, done. And look, if that calf was in pain, I can't imagine he'd be as quiet as he is. He doesn't even know what's happened to him. Come on. Come on, out you go. That's number uno done. So now we get a few more done. Look at him. Not a bit of bother. Not a bit of bother to him at all. He's like, oh, that's a funny smell. Right, we get to it. Last calf done. Them two, one's an Angus and one shouldn't be there. Anyways, doesn't matter. That's us. 20 odd calves done there now. So let the iron cool down, pull that back out, and we're going to go vaccinate some first vaccines in the other shed. So we're up to date with vaccines in this shed. And there's one more batch to do, isn't there, in here? Yeah. Yeah. And we'll go to the other shed and we'll do some first vaccines down there. And is there second vaccines to be done down there yet? No. So we'll go do that. Liv is here just putting in the stuff into Herdwatch again. The calves were out for doing quite a few calves now. The one trailer load that come in. So same again, we'll have to find them throughout the shed. This shed there's more calves. I think there's just under 160 calves. And we're at the point now where we have some calves on buckets up there because we are overflowing with calves, which is fun. But anyways, and also on the vaccine, something that I actually forgot to say, you can set a reminder on the Herdwatch app to remind yourself of when the 21 days elapses to do the second shot or second vaccine, and that's on the app as well. But these are first vaccines here, so yeah. 93?
94.
93 on the list. Now, you stay sitting here now. So, the injection is under the skin into the neck. What is it, 5 mils?
Yeah.
39.88.
Yeah.
This one here. That's quite handy when you can just get them when they're lying down nice and snoozing. No big pressure. 88. So they'll be due in for a booster shot in 28 days, isn't it? 21 days.
No, it's 4 weeks.
4 weeks. So 39.83. So yeah, that's the vaccine. Which one?
94.
This could be 2 hands now. I'll see if him to have the camera down. 39.95.
Yeah.
This one here. No big stress. That's the benefit of doing it this way. Calf literally doesn't know he's done, or the most of them don't know they're done until they're where we're finished. But anyways, so that's it. There's nothing else to say about the vaccine, is there, Liv? It's the only vaccine we use that, and we give them all a vaccine, which is kind of a preventative for coccidiosis for going out to grass, as the birds can carry it, and the birds tend to frequent the meal in the troughs, and it's just a general not so nice. 39.80, 98. And so yeah, they're the only 2 vaccines that we use, that and blackleg. 3 vaccines, but the only pneumonia vaccine we use is the Bovipast, because we've had lots of trouble in the past with pasteurella pneumonia, and anytime we ever sent an animal to a lab to see what it died of, it's always been pasteurella pneumonia. It's just the only one we vaccinate for. We don't use IBR or any of the others. 39.70. Steady, Sucky, steady. So don't inject me now. No. Off you go. Yeah. So that's it, nearly finished now. Anyways, that's the vaccinating. That's why we do it. Oh, the speckled park. Yeah? 40-14.
Aubrax.
Aubrax, yeah. Aubrax and blues, I think. But yeah, speckled parks are lovely calves, aren't they? What's the names of them?
Black and Decker.
So which one is that?
Black is the one with more black.
So that's Decker.
No, that's black.
That's black.
And Decker's around.
And then the other one are called, the other ones in the other shed?
Speck and fleck.
Speck and fleck. Anyways, we get these finished up. Him. I'll put away the camera now because it'll be a fun catching the rest of them. So that's the vaccinating done. Actually, just the calves are looking fierce well there at the minute. We cleaned out the shed 3 days ago, just before the weekend. They're on clean sheets, and you know by them. They really did. When we cleaned out the shed, they just turned inside out, just taking away that bit of pissy bedding, because there's nowhere to go out of this shed. It just gathers in that corner. But anyways, that's the calves vaccinated in here. Oh, we've 2 more batches or 1 more batch on first vaccinations here. Yeah, so there's 3 more to get their first vaccines here. We could do them all today, but Liv likes to do 1 batch a day. That way it kind of spreads out the vaccinating, not having to go try and find a heap of them all at once. Just makes it a little bit easier for her. And on big news, Liv is coming home. She is finishing up in the piggery, and she's going to be coming home full time, joining the rank and file farmers, and she's going to be managing the place, aren't you?
Am I?
Yeah. So it's been a huge help though. Liv being able to do the calves has seen our mortality rate and our sickness rate just, you know it yourself, they're so much better. So look, that is it from us. We're going to go now back to the other shed and dehorn another maybe 10 or 20 calves till it's time to finish up and feed up the calves. Look at this lad here. He's pretty much weaned himself already. And look at the back. Look at the back on him. I have to say though, the Liffey Mills the Elvor, that extra protein, you can see it in the calves. You can just see it in the calves. Anyways, we're going to leave it at that for today's video. As always, videos every Tuesday, Thursday and Sunday. That is it from us. Good luck. Just say good luck.
Good luck.
The Sucky say good luck too, don't she? Don't she? Yeah.